Seldom does one car generate so much buzz. When that buzz is positive, it's great for the brand, especially when there's so much at stake with it. The Blue Oval put its reputation on the line when it brought out this car, the Ford Mustang Mach-E. This is an EV or electric vehicle, but it is also an SUV or crossover, and it's exclusive here on Car and Bike. Now, there was a lot of talk when Ford decided to put the Mustang badge on this car. Should it happen? Should it not happen? From a marketing perspective, it's a masterstroke because, of course, it gets a lot of attention. And from the point of view of the car's performance, well, you can debate that till the cows come home. The good thing, though, is that the thing that's gotten people excited, buyers, in the market, that logo up front. That's the part that Ford was banking on. Seems to be working too, I have to say. Yes, people can't get enough of this one. The demand has been through the roof in the United States, and many other markets also want it just as badly. Throw in the current semiconductor shortage situation and the Mustang Mach-E is looking even more desperately desirable. Waiting periods have touched 7 months in the US. And it's not all hype. The most potent variant of the Mustang Mach-E is faster to 100 km per hour than the most powerful Mustang muscle car ever was. The Mustang Mach-E is available in many variants. All of them have all-wheel drive as optional, though it is standard on higher variants. The model line begins with the Select at around $44,000, which has a 211 to 230 mile range. Next is the Premium that stays under 50 grand. Its range goes up to 300 miles with the extended battery. The extended range battery does become standard with the California Route 1, and you can choose rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. And the powerful variants are the GT and GT Performance Edition, which tops off at just over $66,000. The drive range is 10 miles lower on the GT Performance Edition, which also gets more torque. I am driving the Premium with the extended range battery and all-wheel drive options. The Mach-E looks great in rapid red metallic. The proportions are very coupe SUV. The headlamps with their daytime running lights and the signature face are instantly recognizable. And the tail lights scream Mustang. The panoramic single-piece glass roof is truly sexy. And while the one-touch door release instead of a handle is very cool, it takes some getting used to. There is a good-sized boot with 402 litres, extendable to 1420 litres with the rear seats folded down. And then the small frunk up front with 81 litres capacity. On the road, the first impression of the Mach-E is very positive. The car feels ready for action and nicely taut. I was really looking forward to the handling on the Mach-E, and it does not disappoint because it handles more like a car than an SUV. Now, the thing I was most looking forward to was to see the response that you get in terms of the throttle response and, of course, the handling, because so much has been spoken about what Ford has been able to do here, especially at this price point. And I think that's the part of the package that becomes really impressive, because what you get is a car that does perform really well as electric cars go. And so when you compare to the competition, you're going to find this car is a lot of fun to drive and is yet surprisingly affordable. Yes, the Mach-E is a lot cheaper than the likes of the Tesla Model X or Audi e-tron, but it will face stiff competition from the Volkswagen ID.4 or Volvo XC40 Recharge here in America. Cars like the Mazda MX-30 or Hyundai Kona Electric are smaller and cheaper though. Now, the thing that's been talked about a lot on the Mustang Mach-E are its drive modes. And what you get there is the whisper mode, which is obviously, as the name suggests, nice and silent. Engage, which is like the normal mode. It gives you a good balance of dynamics and decent amount of efficiency. And then there's the unbridled mode. Unbridled just sounds perfect, goes brilliantly with the logo on this car. In regular cars, you would call that Sport or Sport Plus. But I'll say it again, unbridled. I do like it. The Mach-E has a 70 kilowatt-hour battery as standard, and the extended range is a 91 kilowatt-hour pack. There is an electric motor on the rear axle in standard variants, and the all-wheel drive has one on the front axle too. Power output varies from 265 bhp to 288 bhp for the rear-wheel drive models, and 265, 344 to 470 bhp on the all-wheel drive models, depending on the variant. Peak torque goes from 430 to 580 Nm in the lower variants and up to a whopping 860 Nm on the GT Performance Edition. Top speed on the GT is 124 miles per hour. 0 to 60 miles per hour, that's about 97 kilometers per hour, takes just 3.5 seconds on the GT Performance Edition. On the lower variants, it takes anywhere from 4.8 to 6.1 seconds. Wheel sizes vary from 18 to 20 inch, and you can opt for adaptive damping too. Let's see if we can pick up this propulsion sound now. That does sound nice. Like many EVs, the Mach-E has a simulated spaceship-like sound, and then that propulsion sound adds a virtual vroom to the proceedings. Those of you who have been regularly watching my reviews, especially of the electric cars, know that I like single pedal driving. The good news here is that even though you don't have the paddles to adjust the regeneration, you do have one pedal mode. As always, I love it. Ford Co-Pilot 360 is what Ford calls its ADAS or Advanced Driver Assistance Systems. You get everything standard with features like blind spot warning, cross traffic alert, lane keeping and centering, auto dimming lights, emergency braking, and adaptive cruise control. The Mach-E also has 9 airbags as standard, along with stability and traction control and child seat restraints. The Ford Pass Connect app lets you set up your car before you get to it, from saving navigation destinations to temperature settings. So yes, the Mach-E is also a connected car and also offers over-the-air updates for its software. Its massive 15.5-inch touchscreen and 10.2-inch digital cluster are also standard. The animation on them when you enter the car is pretty cool. The car has the latest 4th generation sync system with voice control, and Sirius satellite radio is also built in. My test car also had the optional B&O sound system with 9 speakers. Smartphone connectivity with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto is par for the course, as is a wireless phone charger pad below the screen. That screen is intuitive and easy to use and navigate. It also gives you access to the settings like ambient lighting or climate control, and also lets you select the ADAS features you want to use. Everything from cruise control to lane keep assist to driver alert, as I said. The screen also houses the exterior camera views as well as the drive modes, of course. The graphics and animation are very clean, and the screen stays in white mode during the day and turns dark grey at night. The instrument cluster is slim and shows you a minimalist view. It always shows you the drive range though, which is a good thing, and the touchscreen system will also help you find charging points close to where you are in case you need a quick charge. The cabin comes across as well built, with material quality and technology really shining through on its user experience interface. On the whole, this is a well-rounded package, and I totally see why so many are impressed. Ford has done a great job of making the Mustang Mach-E desirable, capable, and even fashionable. That it is also an EV makes the whole thing work perfectly. Now that Ford has decided to be an import-only operator in India, I do hope this car is on the top of the list for what we will get starting 2022. And even though as an import it won't be cheap, it will still beat the likes of the premium brigade electrics we've been seeing of late.